Um, Today we are just going to be playing divisions as per usual. Today the team is basically I would say affordable, cheap team. Probably the only one that will cost you some money is Gabriel Jesus. I'm not too sure how much he cost you, but for us he's untradeable, along with everyone else on bench. Try to keep the bench cheap as well. Probably the only one you spend some money on is Vardy. I don't know what Sturridge's price is, but he might be cheap. He might be over 10k. Probably more or less looking for Musa, Fisher, and Musonda for my subs. Maybe Endai or Lanzini, depending on how the game is feeling. I can't say how this team plays. Never played it before. Never played with it before. So, the episode today will be first off. I'll get a feeling for the squad. Use Sterling a bit before, and I've used him a lot before. We had him when we first packed him on tradable, before we packed him untradeable. We did the first ever foot jumps we ever got into with him. Him and Aguero, I think, was who we used. And talking of foot champs, the previous foot champs just gone past. We got goal 2, which I probably should show you. I will probably at the end. But this is the team I used. Tom, I used this team. Will used. Well, his team's partly on bench, partly not. He will show you in probably tomorrow's video. Running down his squad. I'm just going to show you the stats of this team. Everyone in this team's untradeable. Apart from Varane, who I did go and buy. It was before the weekend league. Would have been mid last week. To try on a different squad, but Griezmann, him and Suarez were trading goals left, right, and centre, and I used Griezmann over a few games before the weekend league. It was just purely in a 4-4-2 basic formation. He was staying positive in his goals per game to games played, and very solid card. Maybe the only side that lets him down is his physical, but if he gets the wrong side of the defender, he just spread his legs, he'll go. And I was thinking about making a team around him for today's video, but I thought, we haven't made a really cheap team. We use our SBC's cards that are untradeable, and to be honest, it's relevant for our viewers, because if they play FIFA, they may not or may be able to afford them, or more or less not have them, or they do. But like I said, he was a super sub. More or less, I used him in one game, and he came on and got 2 goals, and I ended up winning 4-2. I was down 2-1, I think, at the time. Again, it was Lacazette 2 goals, I remember it now. 2 goals for Lacazette, 2 goals for Griezmann, and both trading assists for each other's goals. But other than that, it was Suarez. His goal, he had a bit of a goal drought, more or less. Otherwise, he was more or less playing balls through for Griezmann. So it wasn't like he was a weak point at all. He was the target man. I would get the ball to him, use his body strength, and then feed off from him. Along with Gamero, he was clinical. He was more or less the playmaker. He would be feeding into the 2 strikers. I had him. I'll show you the instructions in a minute. But he told him to stay up front. I didn't tell him. I told him not to come back when attacking, when defending, and all this and the other. I'll show you. Go through that with you in a minute. His assists, the first, say, handful of games, he was getting 2 or 3 assists a game. And very solid. Including his normal card. If I had to go for a normal card, I'll probably go and put Ben Yedder, I think, in there. But I had tried him out at camp before and I enjoyed it, so I used him in this weekend league squad. Modric, he's another untradeable. Literally just doing gold upgrades and getting rid of our tradable golds, non-rare golds, and Griezmann and Modric have come from that. Goals wise, I didn't really get myself into many opportunities. Had a few long shots with him. I didn't get lucky with many of them. I think the goal he got was just a poacher's goal. It was a shot that got deflected. He came, followed up, and tucked it away. I didn't really realise he was 4-star skill moves. I ended up again, he has more strength than he shows on his card. So it was more or less using his body strength to win the balls back. He felt more defensive than attackive. Again, 4 assists in 33 games for some that's probably not good enough, but for me, he did the job. I didn't want to replace him with anyone else towards the end of the Foot Champs weekend, so just in case it did sort of shift my team. Isco, he's played a lot more games prior to this weekend league, and I'm always very happy with his performances. He does enough for me to be satisfied. He can score a wide range of goals. I scored long shots with him. A lot of those goals came from this weekend league, and I find he was more involved. He's probably better off as a cam, although this midfield card this card came as a centre mid, so I've always used him in centre mid. I think he got us the win in one game, and then he assisted quite often. Casemiro, he was just my rock at the back. I wasn't expecting anything else really. Assist wise, 2 is plenty for me. I wasn't looking to feed balls over the top. Well, I was, but that's when I got to like Gamero, and I would put balls over the top for Griezmann or Suarez to run onto. Very solid card, and his upgraded card, which I used. Very solid. I would recommend. Tamulas, his assist comes from corners because he's a corner kick taker. Very solid card. Probably could do a bit more pace, but other than that's fine. Varane. Heading opportunities, I had hundreds. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but it felt like he got to most headers from corners, but ended up going the Eiffel Tower height over the fucking bar. Excuse my language. It ended up winding me up in the end because of the amount of corners I ended up having in games, and he ended up only putting away one in that whole weekend league. He assisted. I think he did get. I remember one assist. It was a long shot from Griezmann. He just powered forward out from his. I just had him selected, so I powered forward, cut out, intercepted a pass, and within the same stride, played a ball through to Griezmann, and he brought his keeper out. So I just lobbed him. And Gaspar, probably one of the oldest SBC cards we have in our club. Very solid. None of those goals came from this weekend league. He didn't score one. More or less used as for pace. He gets back quite easily. If anyone gets behind, I think it was only Ronaldo's and Messi's you would struggle to catch up with, but that's why I have DeMarcus in here. Pace wise, fine. You would only realise he's struggling if he came up against, like, let's say, Ronaldo, and if the people could use him effectively. And he was all right. Stegen, solid. I don't really know what to expect from keepers because if they're clean through, if you tend to rush them out, low-driven shots are easily gone past them. Because I remember watching some YouTubers and listening to their thoughts on like how to save one-on-ones. They tend to say just leave your keeper alone, because if you rush them or lob you, or the low driven shots are more likely to pay off, and you know you conceded. But no, I keepers for me, as long as they're not letting in long shots and they look like they don't have any hands, like, you know, there's some shots you'd be like, how did you not save that? And he didn't really cause too many upsets for me at the back. I think towards the end of the weekend league, it's always the same. We either go, well, we tend to go quite a lot of games unbeaten, but they're not necessarily. The games I played certainly were very lucky that I won them. Didn't feel very comfortable in this team at the end anyway, because I was just more or less wanting to get more wins, and we got goal 3 quite comfortably, and then we ended up trying to just get 3 more wins to get goal 2. And yeah, it's just sometimes against some teams totally dominated, whether that's the player or just how this team ended up. It played well, passed well, you know. I didn't have any queries with it. But anyway, back to this episode. Run through the team. Pickford, just for a keeper. I've never tried him out. I had him in our club when we did the gold upgrades. Just thought might as well use him. Gary Cahill, my brother used him in his weekend league squad, which he will show you his squad next episode. Sidibe, I believe he used to be a left back, but Smalling, Baines, Bakayako, I probably butchered that name, Fabinho, Lallana, Lucas, Sterling, and Gabriel Jesus. So been talking a lot and probably muttering my own words. I think there's one game left, I think, isn't it, to get, yeah. Okay, well, I'm not expecting anything. I've done the instructions. I forgot to show you the instructions, didn't I, for the other team. But anyway, the instructions of the team: the front 3, getting behind, my left and right back stay about attacking, and that is it. So I believe everyone has full fitness. Sterling doesn't, but I won't worry about that. Get into this episode, into the game anyway. Right, got an opponent. Let's see what team he's rocking with. Higuain, Cordado, Mertens, Hamsik. Surprised he hasn't got the SBC Higuain. I don't know what anyone thinks about him. Vidal. This looks like someone who's just come out of weekend league. Sergio Asensio, Ramos, Carvajal, Modric. I think it's going to be quite a tough opponent. I don't know. Yeah, we do have kickoff. That's good. Right. Remember last FIFA, Lucas used to be one of the players I would use right wings. Just a very solid card. Tend to have a lot more strength than he'd show on his base stats and stuff. But yeah, sort of passing wise, starting off wise with this team, very scrappy. I just sort of didn't know where to go with this. I haven't used this formation for a while, so obviously got to get used to that. My build-up play is kind of slow sometimes, and then I keep changing, and then I wonder why it doesn't feel brilliant. Good passing, that was Bakayo. Sterling probably coming in for a header. I don't really want Sidibe running up the pitch because, well, obviously, who was his left wing? I think it was Dries Mertens. I'm trying to think. I'm forgetting my own players. Just don't really want to be caught on counter attack on this formation. I think I'm going to be beaten for pace with his wingers. Anyway, my Smalling. Well, I don't think if I was selecting on if I was on KO, I don't think I have any chance. Sidibe never used him, so I don't really know. I've come up against Gabriel Jesus in weekend league, and if you're good at your 5-star skills, he is so effective. Likewise with anyone, if anyone else has 5-star skills, they can be so effective if you can. Well, scoop turns is probably the most effective skill on this game, and there's loads of other skill moves. I'm not a skiller. I would use the basic ones like the scoop turn, McGeady spin. If I don't tend to use McGeady spin, I try it and end up regretting trying to use it. Trying to turn inside with Gabriel Jesus then. Not really one for talking and playing at the same time. I tend to try and concentrate a lot, and especially as we need to win the game. Well, at least we do need to win. We need 2 points. So I wouldn't want to get relegated. Divisions I only play for stream purposes. I have done. I've played off stream once before, but it's just generally trying out other teams. Is it Leighton Baines? Surely he's not my best one, is he? Probably is actually, thinking of it. Okay. I don't know what to do really. Who else is my second best kick taker then? Lucas. Suarez was my general kick taker for weekend league, and I can do it if their stats are good, and you know it tends to put me off when people put the players on the line, and it not all the time saves it at all, but no, I scored some very good free kicks. I'm not the best at them, but they come off every now and then. I would have probably hoped that ball went to Gabriel Jesus. Just put it down the middle. Oh, Fabinho, mate. The game didn't even select me as him, and it went straight to him. So it just bounced straight off of him. It's a bit weird. Good ball. Fabinho couldn't get his head on it. He actually pings it out to Higuain. No foul? I thought he went through the back of me then, but ref says no. Just want to stop him trying to get through Higuain because he is clinical. Obviously I'm going to be trying to break on with pace as well as he is as well, but probably one thing annoying as a viewer is if you can hear my buttons on my controller. I apologise. Okay, I was pressing X, but I didn't press it that much. I didn't expect him to pass it. Oh, just do the skill dribbling, man. I'm not going to make any subs at half time. Team's feeling fine. Haven't really made any much opportunities. Don't think anyone has really. So bloody hell, he's got a big kick. Right, and you just... Oh, like, what is the need? You just move out the bloody way. That is so annoying. It did that all weekend league. People just running into each other. Just really annoying. Bloody annoying. Like, and I slowed down and waited for him to... Oh, my days. Of course. Fucking of course. I slowed down and waited for him to move away and he just stood there. Like, what the bloody hell? Oh, I've got to do something now, haven't I? Oh, he's threaded a good ball through, but oh, it's a pen, isn't it? Why do you give advantage? Just give the bloody pen. Stupid. Let one goal in and I fall apart. He probably wouldn't have... No, he probably would have scored, to be honest. Absolute joke. Oh, so we're going to be relegated. I don't think we've won on stream yet, so that is just dreadful, isn't it? I think I'm just going to have to bring on a more attacking midfielder. Bring Lanzini on, and then I'm going to go to this one. Put Lucas here, Fabinho in CDM. Let's bring Sterling off for Ndiaye, and you want for Sturridge. I don't know whether that would do anything. Sterling back here, Lanzini, Ndiaye. Right. Just gonna hope I get a goal quite quickly, really, to try and get someone back in this game. It's down to personal errors. That's just about it, right? Oh, bloody hell. Remember packing Sturridge at the start of FIFA when he was like worth about 50k, used him for a few games as well. And to be honest, I didn't like his finishing. As much in real life, his finishing is a different story. I really did not like his finishing. I say that now and I'll probably be the one I'll score with. Oh, I just wanted that to go somewhere else. Come on. Everyone's on top of each other again. Oh, I don't... So many people use that skill and I don't even know what it is. It's like one of the newest skills, isn't it? Okay, I wanted Smalling to get back into a position, but he just stood there. I probably should have changed the instructions up. Had Fabinho to stay back whilst attacking, to sort of keep some sort of structure in our midfield. Otherwise, we're just going to lose out again. The formation change won't do anything really. I should have just brought Vardy on, shouldn't I? I don't feel any pace coming from Sturridge. Oh my days. All I need is someone to finish. Oh, for fuck's sake. And no one on him, no pressure, and he rolls it. I don't even know what his weak foot is. It's force, I think. Walk away from it. Yeah, because that's how you score goals. You walk away from the ball, yeah. A bit slow. Oh, he turned me. I sold myself then. Well and truly relegated. Really doesn't show my performance. Like, obviously, I can't say it's the team all the time. And again, he scores an own goal. Wow. Something. Too late now. But we get gold in foot champs, and I really don't see how we get that in the week. Playing like this anyway. Obviously, I get comfortable with the team, and you know this team I only just use now, and it doesn't feel bad. I do prefer the formation I've got it in now. So wait for it to come to you. Could have done something in this game. No, you have to win to stay in. Pull 2 goals back, but that was pretty much just consolation really. So another letdown to this series, getting relegated. And to be honest, we started this series in a too high a division really, and there's always, we always say there's other pressures putting down on a form or something like that, but as you can see from the last 5 games, 2 losses, 3 losses, a draw and a win. That is just dreadful. Oh man, if we can get 22 wins in a weekend over 40 games, we can't do that over here. But I will adapt. I'm probably going to adapt the squad into a 4-1-2-1-2. As much as I want to keep changing the formations, that this formation is literally the only thing I can get used to. The wing play at the minute for me is not working. I'll probably keep in Gabriel Jesus. I don't know what sort of cams we have. I think there's Ibra, and I don't know. I'll have to look. Just do this whilst we're still on stream. Sigurdsson, haven't used him to be honest. I'll probably just go full BPL then, wouldn't I? Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll just use people off the bench. So put Lanzini in there, Ndai, and I don't know whether I did have another centre mid. What centre mid should I use? Harriata. Is it Harriata? I believe. Used him before in the streams. Used Bellerin's normal card. Haven't used him yet this year. And bring on. Yeah, let's try Sturridge and put him on for a game. And just sort this out again. So I'll just do this. Stay forward. No, nothing's that. Just do that. Stay forward and just get them in behind. Nope. And leave it at that. Right. Anyway, sorry for the disappointing end to the road to glory. Obviously, we did not hold a division, but we really do just need to sort of find some form and find a division which we can get comfortable in. Obviously, we've always, since we hit Division 3 or 2, we've hung around there, you know, we'll stay in Division 3 and we'll get promoted and all that. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and peace.